Do you feel stressed when you have a test or a project? Are you having trouble figuring out how to start studying or start your project? Have you tried countless things to fix feeling overwhelmed, but nothing has stuck? If you relate to any of this, then you are not alone. I work with so many students who start off like you. After a semester of working together, they create systems to overcome procrastinating on studying for their exams, that as a result, they feel more in control of their academics. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through what those systems look like. Hi there, if you're new here, my name is Presh, and I share tips and tricks to help students and families feel less overwhelmed and more in control. Let's jump right in. Why do students procrastinate when studying for a test? There are so many reasons, but I'll give you 4. First reason, competing priorities. As a student, you have at least a 7-hour school day, and after that, you probably have assignments that are due tomorrow. You may also want to have your own me time, social time, family time, that studying for an exam that isn't tomorrow may not just make your priority list. Second reason, hard to break habits. If you're a student who has done really well cramming the night before or day of for your exams and you do well, then there's a saying that says, if it's not broken, why fix it? Third reason, feeling overwhelmed. Test anxiety is real. And research shows that if you are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and anxious, then it's difficult to retain and apply things that you've learned. When I was a student, sometimes when I would study for a test, I would feel anxious that in the moment it felt good to not study. Fourth reason, don't know how to get started. Let's imagine that you have a Unit 1 math exam and your teacher doesn't give you any study guides, which is kind of the worst. In that scenario, you have so many things to study from, like your notes, your classwork, and your homework, that it may feel difficult to just get started because there's so many things to choose from. In the comments below, I'd love for you to share, why do you think students procrastinate when studying for a test? I'm sure I missed a lot of reasons, and I'd love to read them in the comments. So, how can you stop procrastinating on studying? Now that we know more about why students procrastinate on studying for a test, let's explore how to overcome that with the try process. Step 1. Tweak your deadlines. Procrastination often happens because we feel like we have plenty of time. But what if you treated your study time with the same urgency as your upcoming assignment that's due tomorrow? Here's an example of how to do that in Google Calendar for your upcoming science test. I'm in Google Calendar and I'm gonna change my view from day to week. And let's pretend that the science test is on Friday the 11th. So I'm just gonna click on here and put in science test. And because I want to tweak my deadlines for when I study, I'm going to make study blocks for the rest of the day. So today's Tuesday, I'm going to make a study block for 45 minutes on Tuesday and Thursday for studying for that science test. And then do the same thing on Thursday. So now when I download Google Calendar on my phone and I sign in with my email address, I can get notifications on my phone that I have this study block that I decided will be my designated time, and I need to get it done. The way that I need to get my assignments done, I need to get the study time, and it's in my calendar, so I gotta get it done, make it happen. Step 2, resume with small tasks. Once you've tweaked your deadlines for studying, then it's time to actually start, but not with an overwhelmingly amount of work. The secret to getting going is to start small so that the work doesn't feel overwhelming. Here's an example of how to brain dump a list of tasks. I'm in a Google Doc and I wrote down all the things that I think I need to do to succeed in this history unit test. Some of those include reading my notes, reviewing the important dates that our teacher went over, and even creating flashcards. Now I'm going to highlight these tasks, and then I'm going to convert it to a checklist so I can check it off once I've done it and feel the motivation of checking something off. Now that I have this list, I am going to start small. So I think reviewing chapter 1 and chapter 2 notes that I took is going to be a good starting point. And once I do that, I think creating flashcards is going to be the next easy thing. So I'll put that there, and everything else looks good. So I'll just do my best to work in this order for all of my study blocks in my calendar. Step 3, reward yourself. Now that you've tweaked your deadlines and resumed your small tasks, then it's time to reward yourself. One of the reasons that we procrastinate is that we often feel like our tasks or list of tasks are a chore. So by rewarding ourselves, it can create this positive feedback loop to make ourselves feel more motivated to keep going. Some ideas of rewarding yourself are 15 minutes of social media time, grabbing a snack or your favorite dessert. And for moments where you want to do more to reward yourself, then maybe plan out part of your weekend as whatever you want to do, like be a couch potato or spend time with your friends or play video games for part of the day. These rewards should also be immediate so that you feel the positive effects of your work. Now you've learned the try process. Tweak your deadlines, resume with small tasks, and reward yourself. This is a simple but effective process that when practiced regularly, it will help you overcome any sort of procrastination you have when it comes to studying, and it will help you feel more in control with your studies. So, what will you try for your next exam? Let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to read what you share. If you found this video useful, make sure to check out my video on the top 3 tech tips that I share with students to help them feel more organized and productive when it comes to their digital tools. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next one.